And good afternoon, everybody. This is Michael Filighera. I'm with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott Wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Thursday, July 8th, 2021. The market did continue to correct today. It did exceed my expectations of where I believed it would end. And it did still fit form, and it's still, the structure was good, and we didn't violate any rules in terms of a fourth wave correction. So my point being is that I am going to label it as sub-minute wave 4. And that would suggest that we're in a sub-minute wave 5 advance, which should be the last advance, because it says the sub-minute wave 5 completes a minute wave 5, which completes a minor wave 5, which completes an intermediate wave 5, and which completes a primary wave 3. So, long story short, we continue to stare down the barrel of the beginning of a primary degree fourth wave correction. And initial indications would suggest it's going to go back to the area of the fourth wave of one lesser degree, which is going to be an immediate level, which was the March 2020 decline that we had at the beginning of the pandemic. That's where this should return the NASDAQ to. So, not the end of the world, but should be a lot of fun to trade. In any case, where are we in this climbing of this wall of worry of, when is it going to be over? What's going on? How much higher is it going to go? Is it going to break out, et cetera, et cetera? We did begin to rally back up. I'm going to go down here so we can see a little bit better. And out of that, this is a 30-minute chart. So out of that, I got a 1, 2, 3, and I think this is again a 4. If I'm believing that this completes, and I'm going to put the additional 4 down here, then this needs to work its way into being a 5-wave structure. And then it can be labeled as 1. And that would be 1 of 5. And then we'll just continue. Now, if that's the case, I've already put the Fibonacci extensions to suggest, well, where will sub-minute wave 5 go? What are the capabilities? What are the probabilities? And so that would be this very first Fibonacci extension. Most common relationship between wave 5 and wave 3 is that it is going to come in at 0.618 times the length of that third wave. And that's right here, 14,886. Barely a new high, but it could work. But if we go higher, we start to get a little bit of overlap at 14,936 to 50, and then 14,982, and we still have the 100% mark where wave 5 would be equal in length to wave 3 at 15,104. Could it do it? Of course it can. It really can without a problem. So, but there would have to be all banishment and thought that, oh, this was just an anomaly, no big deal, boom, 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 buyers are back, we're still in control. Now, being that we're close to the end of a move and being that I'm not the only one talking about it, you get reactions like we had. So, but as is so often, fourth waves, no matter what direction, right? So no what direction it's correcting, if it's correcting an impulse down or if it's correcting an impulse up, many times that fourth wave is just the impatience of a lot of traders. And so they got whatever little bit of news they got, they're like, I'm getting out now. And that's fine, because these are probably great profits, whatever they're taking it in. And so I don't fault any of the move. I just think it's premature, and then we just pick up the rally again. And likely now we've had 2 pretty solid down days in the S&P, the Dow, and the Russell. So I kind of would expect some buyers to return to those markets. Again, we're walking ourselves into earnings, and earnings start to come out, I believe, next week. So we've still, I don't think we're going to go very far. And we may not go far in either direction until we start to improve up the earnings. So I still believe that we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And I think we still end up somewhere up in here. I like this cluster as well. So maybe we get up, we come down deeper, we only get back up to here, and we come down again, and then that's all we get. So it's just going to depend on the structure. We just want to count 5 waves of sub-minute level to finish this sub-minute 5. Now, downside. If this fails to make a new high and goes down and goes below, and that level was 14,650, actually 51, but 650 I'll call it, then it can't be a 4th wave correction. So in other words, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. If it comes down and breaks below that, it's not a 4, and it's going to leave this as a 3. And then I would expect that it's going to come back down. It's going to break there, and then we'll deal with it. But that would be my take. And then it's going to start breaking below, which now could be support. So that's a downside. So we're still in that do not break below 14,422. That's the ultimate right now within this sequence, within this entire sequence we've had going up. That's the ultimate breakpoint. Cannot break below 14,422, because then that would suggest that the sub-minute degree 5 waves is complete. And if that's saying that that's complete, then again, when I go back up, it's going to point to the minute level 5 being complete. And when I go to that level, it's going to then tell me that the minor wave 5 is complete. So yes, that could be it. I don't think so. I still believe we have a little bit more, but I'm not saying it because I'm ultra bullish. I'm just saying it because that's the pattern that I see. So let's not confuse being bullish. They're going to tell you, well, it's a bullish market. Yeah, it has been. It's been that way for 12 years, but we've had some nasty declines along the way. So if this ends, this is going to tell you real quick. And thus far, I'm taking the hint. It threw a hint. And now I'm putting in another level of, if it comes down and breaks here, then I'm really taking the hint, and I'm going to likely turn more into a stronger seller and look to sell rallies. So a lot of things can change. And I'm going to be very cognizant of what is happening. But I'm telling you, I need to fit it in, and I need to respect what we've done thus far coming off of this. But maybe it was just a dead cat bounce. We'll see. We have the breakpoints, we have the resistance of and the potential of where it could go. Now we let the market tell us. That's what I'm going to leave over today. The next update will be on Sunday.